Sungai Lembing is a tin mining town located in Pahang. Lembing in Malay means spear and Sungai means river. Per local legend, the local ruler saw a vision of a spear in a nearby river and thus named his town after this vision. Our first site visit was to Gua Charas. Gua Charas is a temple cave found in a limestone hill about 25 km northwest of Kuantan, Pahang. The cave is a holy site for both Hindus and Buddhists, and their symbols and statues are dotted around the interior of this vast cavern. Bukit Charas is a 400 million year old limestone and granite massif reaching 355 meters at its highest point. With that being said, the experience in the cave was very inspirational. And next, the tin mining underground. Sungai Lembing mine is famous for its longest and deepest underground tin mine in the world. The Tai Pei Tong underground tunnel was previously renovated and is now open to the public. For us, the experience was personal. We had the chance to experience what it felt like for the people who work in the mine all their lives. Next was the museum, which portrays a lot of artifacts like old typewriters, tin mine products, and also notes on historical tin mining facts. It made us understand more about the background of Sungai Lembing. And here we have a very long bridge that we had to cross to get to our site. Last but not least, the panorama hill. The climb up was indeed pretty tiring. It starts with a long steep flight of stairs, which eventually becomes a mountain trail. And as nature lovers, we definitely enjoyed the beautiful view from the top of the hill, and it was worth all the climbing. Moving on to our first site, which is located quite a distance from the town of Sungai Lembing. It consists of many concrete ruins because it was previously a mini mining factory. The land is huge and it has no neighboring buildings around it. Therefore, it will be very hot because there is no shading devices around it. Luckily, a good side of it is that rain comes pretty often to cool down the area. Furthermore, the land contour is not that steep. It is almost flat actually. Also, the circulation of any pedestrian and noise might be very little due to its isolated location. However, this site has good views and it has vegetation and greens around it. And next, we had to cycle to our next site, which takes about 10 minutes to get there because it is located on a hill above the underground tunnel. Here we have Site 2. The land for this site, however, is not as big compared to Site 1. The good thing about this site is that it has a lot of big and tall vegetation and greens around it, as it will help keep the site cool and shaded. The contour of this site is flat, but to gain access to this site, we had to walk up a flight of stairs first because the hill is very slopey. People might find it hard to get here because it is located at quite a deep spot, but however, the underground tunnel is located right below this site, so we believe that visitors might come and visit frequently. It can be very noisy at times too, due to many pedestrians that come to visit the tunnel. After viewing Site 1 and Site 2, we have already thought of many interesting ideas and inspirations to come up with for our interpretation center. But there is still one more site left to visit, which is located 5 minutes away from Site 2. Here are some obstacles and streets that we had to pass to get to our last site. Here we have Site 3. Site 3 is located just 2 minutes away from the town of Sungai Lembing and beside a football field. Therefore, this is a huge advantage for this site as many visitors might come and visit this site more often compared to Site 1 and Site 2. This site also consists of very dense vegetation, but there are not many tall trees around it, so this site will be very hot during the day unless it rains, which is pretty often. The contour for this site is also flat like Site 2, Since this site is located beside a football field, this site can be very noisy during after working hours or in the evening as many locals will gather here and carry out their respective activities. So these are our site analysis for all the 3 sites. Last but not least, we would like to take this opportunity to thank our lecturers who guided us throughout this trip. We definitely enjoyed the trip. Thank you.